Hello, hello. Let's begin immediately. Let's see. Let's see if the options stay the same. Nothing changed. Good. What is Game Master? Prepare campaign, play out, create campaign. Story, single player. It's an honor mod. Failure is not an option. Up the stakes by adding but a single save game to the already highly challenging Tactician mod. If your entire party perishes, the save game will be erased. That's for maybe for 4th or 5th playthrough. And even then, only one save for 100 hours plus campaign is just insane. Foes you'll meet will be cunning and relentless, will bombard you with nasty tricks and surprises. The Explorer and Classic mods don't feature, not for the faint of heart. We're going to play this on Tactician mod. Let's begin. Oh, they changed this. Looks a bit different, but still the same. Maybe a bit better. Zoom in is changed. Custom Dwarf. Sebil. Any new classes, maybe. Cleric, Battle Mage, Wizard, Witch, Wayfarer, Shadowblade, Rogue, Ranger, Metamorph, Knight, Inquisitor, Fighter, Enchanter, Conjurer, Cleric. Same classes. Red Prince, Lux, Ifan, there's Fane, Undead, Play Dead. Fool enemies into thinking you're dead. Cooldowns of skills will be paused. Any action you take will cancel this status. Sets playing dead for 3 turns, does not break invisibility or sneaking. Undead lets you heal from poison. Ingenious gives you 2 bonus initiative and 5 extra critical chance. He is a great, I would say a great Shadowblade has changed, like I said it's gonna be changed. It was a mix of necromancy and I was fucking right at the end. It was a mix of necromancy and scoundrel spells. Now Shadowblade is a mix of scoundrel and polymorph. So, if you wanna play Fane, you'll definitely go with the Shadowblade. I think it's the best way to go with him. Next, there's Beast, and he is new too. Sturdy gives you 10% maximum vitality and 5% dodge. Dwarven Gill gives you +1 in sneaking. Sturdy was giving +2 to strength, now it gives 10% maximum vitality and 5% to dodging. His petrifying touch remained the same, although now it deals earth damage. Blinding Squall, a storm approaches and strong wind rises, they blind and deal 7 to 8 air damage to characters in a target area, resisted by magic armor. I like that saving throw option way much more than this, to be honest. You're still downloading. Be patient, be patient. Undead Lizard, Undead Human, Undead Elf, Undead Dwarf, Lizard, Human, Elf, Dwarf, Sebil. Has Red Prince changed? Sophisticated gives you 10% fire resist and 10%. Yeah, it's changed. I'm fucking glad I got that right too. But Spell Song remained the same, so we can actually play the Red Prince as a full tank. Has Sebil changed or Lux? Ingenious, bonus to initiative and 5 extra critical chance. Wait, does it depends on... No, lurks just comes with initiative. And bartering. What about Ifan? 2 bonus initiative and 5 extra credit. Same for them. Guess because they're humans. And what about Elf? Sibyl, Corpse Eater remained. Ancestral knowledge gives you +1 to a lore master on Sibyl. Tactician is not the hardest. There is unarmed, but you're only limited to 1 fucking save during the entire game. And imagine 1 save on 100-hour plus campaign. God damn it. I think I'll go with the Red Prince as my main for this playthrough too. Tactician is the best way to go, to be honest, and I'm not sure if I want the Red Prince or if I want Beast now. To be honest, Beast, I only hate the sneaking ability, but Sturdy for a tank is brutal. And we take like a pure Night Beast and we have a tank. He sounds quite interesting, to be honest. Your failed rebellion against the Queen nearly destroyed you, so you began a new life on the high seas. Now your old enemy is back. If you don't stop her, no one will. I'm not sure about his background story. Fane's background is great. You woke up and your world was gone. The last of your kind, you hide behind a charmed mask, searching for the truth about a history that no one knew existed. Crusader in Lucian's army. I just don't know who to pick. I thought that I was gonna play the Red Prince for sure. Now I'm deciding between Beast, the Red Prince, Vayne, Ifan. I know I won't play with Sibyl or Lux. I'm just gonna add them to the party. It's just harder than Classic. I think more enemy placement. Same as in Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. Oatmeals. I'm eating oatmeals. Pozdrav, pozdrav. Samo što je izašlo. Pre 5 minuta. I just don't know. Maybe go with a Red Prince because of the persuasion. I want persuasion on my main character. And if I go with the Red Prince, I don't want to use the mix of those classes. I'll just add all the things later. I think I'll add Polymorph with a Knight. And that's how we're gonna play the Red Prince. What about appearance? Are there any new faces? Well, there are 6 types of faces. There were 5. Only 1 new face for the Red Prince added. Hairstyles are the same, 5. Hair color, facial features, presets, warfare, 2-handed bartering added this shit. We're excluding bloody bartering, we're taking persuasion. We are taking off 2-handed and we're gonna take warfare. Physical attacks deal 5% more damage. We're taking 2 points into... no, not. We're taking a point into Polymorph. There. Now I say confirm. We added this. So what do we got? Chameleon Cloak, Bull Horns, Tentacle Lash, and a Chicken Claw. Bouncing Shield. Throw your shield at an enemy dealing 0 to 2 physical damage. Shield can bounce to another enemy in 5-meter range. Love the spell, to be honest. Finally something good for them too. This is all useful. Only Chicken Claw is good here for the start. This thing, Tentacle Lash, it scales with strength and the level. So Tentacle Lash will hurt a fucking lot later on. Bull Horns increases retribution ability by 1 for the duration, incompatible with Medusa's Head. There is a Medusa's Head in Polymorphy. I guess it's for Petrify. Undead Fane is an astounding Shadow Blade. He is great as a Shadow Blade. Shadow Blade has changed. It was a mix of Scoundrel and Necromancy. Shadow Blade is now a mix of Polymorph and Scoundrel. And it's made for Fane, I think. That's definitely his way to go with a Shadow Blade. He'll get a free Chameleon Cloak and Scoundrel skills, plus 1 free ability point from Polymorph. Listen to the origin story. For now we'll... I don't know about Crippling Blow. I don't need Crippling Blow maybe. I can add Crippling Blow later. I could take some range here like Tentacle Lash. I'll do it like this. Confirm this. Strength and Constitution. We got 1 free ability point from Polymorph. And more strength for the start. Talents, Opportunist is... I think it's fine. Is there... All skilled up? Requires level 2. Ah, the fucker. Okay.
Famed, of course, for my unique red skin and unparalleled skills as a general of the House of War, I, the Red Prince, was raised within the vast palaces of the fabled Forbidden City. I was destined to become the next emperor. But my ambitions suffered a bit of a setback when I fell from grace for cavorting with demons. Now, I'm exiled and hunted by assassins. But I assure you, I remain undaunted and as determined as ever to claim my rightful throne.
Pet Pal is... Yeah, confirm. Pet Pal is on Ifan Benmezd when you go with a Hutsman. I'll take Ifan for sure.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the Magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken.
Thanks for
But
following.
instead, I became part of their story.
All characters
Wooden boards
are
and
great,
iron
would be
shackles.
the best way to describe.
Leaves much to be desired indeed.
Fucking voice acting. Finally. Was this 5 new journals? Redemption. Either as Prince Fam's exile from Empire, being transported to Port Joy, so certainly car created. Should look for Lizard Dreamer on this island. We know where the Dreamer is next. Though he's a sorcerer and wears a sword collar, Bishop Alexander continues to lead the Divine Order. He is the son of Lucian. It is widely assumed he will succeed as the next Divine. And if I'm Ben Mez, the contract is on Lucian's head. The Merryweather, Chapter 1. Champion of the Seven Gods, Lucian the Divine and Savior of Rivalon, is dead. He sacrificed himself to defeat the forces of the Void, leaving his son Alexander to preside over the next chapter of Rivalon's history. So Lucian is dead. Lucian's sacrifice did not buy peace. Instead, the years that followed were plagued by the menace of Voidwalker. These beasts were drawn to source magic and left death and destruction in their wake. Incapable of wielding the divine powers that his father had at his disposal, Alexander has resorted to harsh measures in order to stop the Voidwalker.
This is such a dear lending it to me.
Damn that voice acting. A great pogrom has commenced against sorcerers, those who show the most skill in the manipulation of the source. Encouraged by his most trusted advisor Deles, Alexander has decreed that all sorcerers must be resettled in isolated colonies where they cannot pose a threat to the rest of the Rivalon. One such colony is the ancient island stronghold of Portjoy, where we're currently going, where sorcerers become Portjoy, okay, and the collar. Save the fucking game, and let's begin. It's gonna take some time till we get off the boat.
No marks, no indications of a
A subpar cranium, that? Human, no wonder.
Can I raise that? Voice Master. Voice Master. Well, maximum.
A subpar cranium, that?
Oh, everything's
Human, no wonder.
That's
nothing
better.
left to do, really.
Source color, new models.
Ah, you're up. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself. There. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs.
Take it easy. Just take it easy. I have a lot of luck to have a very fast internet, but take it easy. 34 minutes is...
You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in
A
the
joke.
officers' quarters.
Come on. This is a game that's gonna last for 1,000 hours. What's 34 minutes? Rush through Act 1. I wish to do it. I really do. But I don't want to do it. I could rush it easily. In 5 hours I can finish Act 1. But I don't want to do it like that. Not for the bloody first playthrough. I know. Although this is Tactician now, maybe I can rush it, you know. It's higher difficulty than the one on alpha version. Now that you're up, you'd like to bathe and dine. Tell her to ring for the servants.
Oh dear. I'm afraid you're a long way from home, my lord. A long way from the little bells that make footmen come a-running.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
I like the narrator in Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition way much more than in Divinity Original Sin 2.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy.
We won't get points into wits. We're playing a bloody tank.
A new life awaits. And if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good.
You want to know why she colored you?
Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those Source spells of yours? See what happens.
She might be playing a trick, don't do it.
Oh, do go on. I won't hold it against you.
Shake your
Promise.
head, you're not going to do it.
My, aren't we a meek little lamb? Perhaps I needn't have collared you at all, though it does look darling on you. So let's just leave it on, shall we? Because, to answer your question, what the collar does is this. It makes you unable to cast Source.
You're gonna die in
For
an
your
hour.
own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
You're so fucking dead.
Good God. A young magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles whiten around her weapon as you pass.
I hate this fucking narrator. Can we change him, please? How to save the big pig? Just cast bless on all pigs, then find the pig. It's close by, then the pig is gonna go to shrine in that encampment where the fugitives are. You bless the water under the shrine, the pig enters, and that's it for the pig. I'll add a video about it
No lesions, no
soon
trauma.
when I reach that area.
It was bled by magic.
Red Prince Knight. Go with polymorph as I did.
Behind the magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
Jesus Christ, man, who gave you the role of narrator? Appear into the room.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a suspect like the rest of them.
Oh, that's a good voice acting.
Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does.
Telling me you wouldn't trust the Magister to get to the bottom of the butter
If
dish.
you have nothing to hide, I'm sure it'll go just fine.
Bloody lizard. Magister Waters. Take this poetry book. Nothing interesting there. Remain the same. I think the game works even better than in alpha. It's smoother. Optimization is great.
Please, please, please. Be good, you scallywags.
You need to bless
It seems
the water only, and everything is gonna be fine.
that can't be natural.
It was one of them. I know it.
Now, where is undead? There's Lux, there's Sibyl, there's Ifan.
They don't care about us. We're like
Red Prince is staying here when you don't pick him. Where is... There's Fane.
One of us wouldn't.
And where is Beast?
They're picking us off one by one.
And there's Beast.
Can we just skip to
Who do we speak? Let's speak with undead first. Let's speak with Fane.
You think me mad?
Mad?
God damn it, Fane. That's your basic picture.
Surely.
What the fuck is that?
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough.
Far out man, undead, ancestral knowledge, corpse. He's also a corpse eater like Sibyl. So you pick between two scoundrels. You wanna go with Sibyl or Fane? I'll decide.
The elf is
Later.
reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail. He reaches out, flicks a finger against one of your scales, and rubs his chin.
Fascinating.
Seems very interesting.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
I don't know if he gains anything from elves. I know he heals from poison.
There's a killer about after all.
Till overboiling a bit of cabin.
Say to touch a prince of the empire is to experience 7 years of good fortune. He's welcome.
7 years? What an infinitesimal period! Why would anyone... Oh dear. I seem to have crossed some cultural taboo. How... difficult.
7 years for the undead is like 7 seconds for a living.
You have my apologies, Lizard. Perhaps I should demand the same from those red-cloaked humans. They laid their hands on me more than once.
Ask about his book.
I do not believe I've been drawn anywhere. It is a quaint little read, but it has its faults. It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history?
You know everything, obviously. Both the ancient empire has abided through all of history. When in the face of the divine order, it stands strong. Cranley Hubert's work is generally seen as the authority that commands some histories of each race. Let's use the scholar here.
Most unusual, and if it's not too rude to suggest, not much of an answer. No, I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods. This text tells me that they created all creatures.
Links
nothing
only
what came
allowed by
before.
mods.
Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind?
Snort, if he wants legends, he should be reading a history book.
Of course you don't have any useful information. Why did I expect anything else? Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
No amount of pestering will get the elf to take his eyes off his book or respond to your question.
Okay. Now we go to
Put a
Beast.
knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
He
They
is
don't care about us. We're like
very
cattle to them.
interesting, to be honest. Maybe I
I'll
should
give you
even
that
pick
knuckle if you
Beast
keep
for
A
the
broad
start.
dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
Always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
Tell me to think twice before addressing you like a child.
He opens both eyes and turns his head toward you, looking you up and down. He smiles and closes his eyes once more.
You look like a boy to me. Listen if you're interested, or get gone if you aren't.
Why won't you sing? That's enough now.
The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Nest.
Tell him the ship is moaning like a sick
Your
man.
kind always hung closest to our divine.
Say the sea sounds angry like it's trying to capsize the ship.
The fellow cocks his ear, listening.
That isn't anger, it's...
He cocks his ear to the other side, then smiles.
We'll hang you right over the side of the ship with it.
Sing us a song. I know you can. Be good, you scallywags.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Nest. Your kind
Merchant of
always
rare and
hung
arcane knowledge. Well, he sounds like that.
around a campfire.
Anticipation. She senses something. I'd hold on to my breeches if I were you, mate. That's all you hear, though. Listen close.
Close your eyes and listen.
There now, just like that. Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news.
What is it supposed to be?
It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east. Pardon my beard. That means if we've been travelling for... Yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
He's a pirate, that's how he knows.
Why won't you sing?
Why he's so excited about reaching Fort Joy?
No indeed, boy. But that ain't my final destination.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
Your kind always hung closest to our
He's hatching an escape plan you want in.
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his lips, and doesn't acknowledge you anymore.
Let's go to Sibyl. I wanna hear Sibyl.
hang you right over the side of the ship with it.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She sounds good.
She chuckles.
They added here a quest marker. It wasn't there back in Alpha, that red flag.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
What she's doing?
Rolling dice?
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
Oh man, Sibyl or Lux? I don't know. I don't know.
Deciding fates.
Sibyl, I guess. Lux is a bit irritating. Whose fate is she deciding?
Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
So that's why Fane has a corpse eater. An undead elf.
Put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
Extend your arm.
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. As everyone lay sleeping, your hunger gnawed and gnawed at you until you could stand it no longer. Finding the cellar door ajar, instead of trying to escape, you snuck into the pantry like a common thief,
only to find nothing but rather questionable turnip. There you stood, as a magister walked in, still hungry, feeling a mighty fool.
Stare at the ground, embarrassed.
She pats you on the shoulder consolingly.
There, don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
Go to fun.
Closest to our divine, like wolves around.
There's a key here. Let's use a greasy key.
Well,
lucky
you've got this
find.
wolf on a leash now. As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
Restoration scroll. Take a bloody garlic.
I'm trying to concentrate.
Bucket. Nah, why have they changed item inscriptions? God damn it! I liked it more in
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying
in
on.
alpha, or I'm just used to alpha.
One of us will kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Like
We just
it
skip
looks
to the
better
part
now,
where I
but still.
reassure you and you shut up.
You think me mad?
Jesus Christ, I need to get used to it again.
Insufferable, surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
Small poison bottle. Mashed potatoes, 1 to strength, heals 10%. Duration for 6 turns. Can open the shit. Okay, let's pick really fun.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and
Graphic
beckons for you to come
options, all
closer.
on ultra. It's all on ultra. There's not much to show, to be honest. Everything is turned on. Just press quality presets on ultra, that's it. Unlimited frames on 60. Because of my monitor is on 60. That's about it.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this trampy fan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again.
Closer to him.
He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister
got
settles
great
back to his
voice
task
acting,
of
Ifan.
glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you?
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing.
You're counting the minutes.
Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
Did he do it?
No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us will kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
The Joy, I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show. Wonder if we'll get to meet the Ringmaster himself.
He's showing us what you think of his bloody divine order.
Easy now. I might think the same. But Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there? You, Lizard, what's your name?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name?
Refuse to give him your name.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
I'll find out. I always do. Now away with you, at once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
You'll be dead in 5 minutes, you piece of shit. Now what about our servant?
My prince.
The cook bows slightly and wipes her hands on her gruel-stained garb.
Forgive me, Your Highness. I didn't expect... well, anyway, whether I had more than cornmeal
Better
and
voice
rotting
acting than in the
roots
first
to serve,
Divinity.
I'd concoct something more fitting for one of your stature.
I would say for some characters it is, for some it's not. It's all random, you know, and overall it might be better. Let's get out of the ship and then we'll see.
Got this wolf on a leash now.
She nods and smiles wanly before returning to her duty.
Only Lux is left. I need to take a bedroll from here first.
Please, please. That's enough now.
I better think about how to loot everything. Sandy, Trice, Polly, Lux.
Ah, there you are. Husband.
Husband.
Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not-at-all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this loser woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
So long and take her around with a grin till the China must be mistaken.
How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
As if she couldn't find some more age-appropriate companions.
Like yourself, maybe. I don't mind the kiddies, usually.
I should have a look around with you. We can watch each other's backs.
Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it. You take care, though.
Anything about the murder?
Nope. Trying not to find anything out, either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
I think Lux did it.
I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that
Alright,
knuckle if you
alright.
keep carrying on.
Have your fun. Take this.
One of us wouldn't kill our own.
Beers,
They're
bottle
picking
of
us off one
beers.
by one.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
Dwarf is hilarious.
Mad? No. Insufferable? Surely.
Hilarious.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
We looted everything. Let's begin.
Right. I always knew you.
Here to register, sir. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger.
This game is 10 times better only because of voice acting.
You faring okay so far?
Ask if he actually cares.
Of course I do. Seems Voidwoke can dog your heels like a shadow. That's no way to live, is it? You'll see. We're gonna help you. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Help.
You seem on edge, officer.
Turning us into silent monks.
You seem on edge, officer.
And I strongly suspect you know all about it. Murder most foul.
Well,
and I
perhaps
strongly
you're
suspect you know
absolutely
all
right.
about it.
We got a quest for a murder on a ship.
Well, perhaps you're absolutely right.
Let's start this.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God! The woman's mad! You there, sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan! We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
Address the source and ask what she meant. There are others whose lives must
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Damn, the game is optimized well. Get up.
What's happened?
How much for an empty cup? 0. A rusty two-hander. I got a weapon equipped, god damn it. There we go. Source collar. The cards here. The corpses and get out. Fire looks better than it was in alpha. Looks more alive. Nice. A lot of pet pal perk.
This thing snaps into splinters.
Decaying touch. Oh yeah.
Damn! That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
What is a dog doing? The fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Hammer. Already read this in alpha. Don't need to do it again. The books of Breckus Rex here. Yeah.
Bishop Alexander, the smug little tyke that thinks he can imprison a prince. How comical. Bishop Alexander, the smug little tyke that thinks he can imprison a prince. How comical.
These bound tomes are all about Brecchus Rex. How Brecchus Rex was defeated. Sent letter. Keeps the journal. Of course it is.
Thank the gods! But a fine grace, what was...
He eyes the collar circling your neck and reaches a hand towards his blade.
Another sorcerer!
The Magister's companion doesn't blink, frozen in place at the sight of you.
Even if I knew how to rip that thing off, I wouldn't. Some crazy banshee comes screaming through, and now we got void bugs swarming up top. Sorcerer mutiny!
He whispers loudly to the other Magister.
Don't just cower there, Rix. Take out your blade!
Rix grabs his sword, which shakes in the rhythm of his trembling hand.
This has changed a bit. Strength, snarl, that's right, there's a mutiny. If they want to see their families again, they'll stand down. Intelligence and wits. Magister Sivan is injured. Shit, we'll find him. Let's use the strength. Persuasion success. Achievement unlocked, convincing. First achievement.
Rix looks to his companion, who then looks to you.
Pink.
They drop their hands to their sides.
Go then! Get out of here!
200 XP, journal updated, troubled waters. I'm gonna kill them, I guess. If I can, of course. Nine to 10. Let's use this. 7 to 9. One of them will stay up. Unfortunately. I could try to disarm him and hit this one and kill him. We put atrophy. There, he's out of weapons. And we kill him. He equipped weapons and we kill him. I want XP. And they're dead. The ship would be a wreck, so...
And you thought Rivellon was flat.
Take those pictures. Let's get out. I ain't gonna be aggressive, are you? Good. Thank you, dog though. Gold cup, picture.
God damn it! Need to get off this wreck and quick!
God damn, everything is empty.
What in blazes? Something's pounding on the hull!
What I got here? 2 physical armor. Equip this. Check this thing still. What if I open a door for that dog? Go. What is Fane doing here? The fuck, Fane? You crazy? He's still reading a book.
You pass through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. His skull is bizarrely angular, and a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
Tactician is hard, we'll see.
No, no, no! What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist acid! No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
Grab whatever is close at hand and move to attack the undead monster. I ain't gonna attack Bane. Something familiar about the way he holds
the skeleton groans and looks back to his book, frantically flipping from page to page.
Yes, indeed. It's the look of someone that wants to read the bloody book he's holding. Now, if you're really quite finished, I believe you have lifeboats to flee to. Please, I was no more an elf than you are those rags you're wearing. I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed, which allowed me to take that primitive form. A mask that was stolen by that damned witch after her little scene. Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands.
The skeleton holds up his book in one quick, frustrated movement.
I am trying to discover if there is anyone worth saving, and I will be damned if I let the lives of some mayflies get in my way. Go on, go, swim or drown or do whatever takes your fancy. I have a book to read.
You're so fucking insane, I have words for you.
The marking on the door, you press your palm. It doesn't. The door.
My word! Something's breaking through! The hell are those things?
What part of the sword? These battles.
Death fog? I need to get out of here now!
First we looked. Out. Save.
I need to get off this shit.
36 HP, 2 wavelengths. Gonna use this for the start. Shit up. Should be able to reach me, I think. Yeah, just wait. Gonna cut them down. One. Tukta, thanks for following. DirectX 12? I don't know. I really don't know. Just Google it out. First we burn them more. Then we knock them out. Then a hit. And we wait. Burning was removed by wet. Fuck. I'm gonna knock them out again. I'm gonna kill this. Basket. Be it. Fucking kraken. Music is beautiful. There's something. That's the furthest that you can throw a bloody barrel. Should have one more barrel for this shit, although it's better like this. Makeshift wand. That's all we can do. Just gonna wait for this to get burned.
A lifeboat! That means there's still a chance!
My fault! You do it!
Shut your trap, kid. Children and dwarfs first, just like the old stories say.
Children and dwarfs
The
first.
dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
You said there were other people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time to get the hell out of here.
Call a dwarf yellow-beard coward. He'll return to the lower deck and check for survivors.
There's a ladder right over there.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear?
Well, let's get down for severely fun. The rest. Plus I wanna kill this fucker.
The Magister lies on the floor, unconscious and bleeding from a dire-looking wound.
It's easy XP. Two. Chunk of flesh for Sibyl, I guess, from the source color.
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a boat. Wait! Voidwoken!
Sibyl is gonna one-shot everyone, that I'm sure. We could knock them all out, I guess. To stand close. There we go. They got initiative now. The fuck?
I thought Voidwoken was supposed to be scary.
I've faced worse.
East.
Let the games begin.
I'm ready.
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
Petrify. Fuck with that initiative. Are you fucking kidding me? Shocked.
Greet the Reaper for me.
Jesus Christ. Let's go with all in.
Into the dark with you. No telling whether there might be more. We need to move.
Away! The sea's hungry. We don't have much time.
Alright, get out. More loot. There's supposed to be some dead magisters here. Them too, and then we can get out. Or here. Oh, she's dead still. Key to stern room. Could be a key for this. Never tried with that. I think it's for this. No, what's a stern room? I need wits to discover it. What the fuck? I just don't get it. What's a stern room? Greasy key. Key to stern room. Skull marked key. Stern room. Could be on a Forgejoy. Not sure. As I said, Ifan's voice was great for narrator. Narrator is bad. The rest of the voice acting is perfect, but
We need to wait.
There's no time.
achievement unlocked. Thunders the upper dip. What about Fate?
I have plans for you, child.
Rogue, of course.
Honorable
Shadowblade's
Dennis,
got a chameleon
we
cloak.
lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy.
So have that in mind.
We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Where is Fane? I think I forgot about Fane. Maybe I should go back and try to find Fane. I can just reload. I think it would be smart. I'm not sure if Fane survived this. He's in the middle deck reading a book. Let's see what's the last save in that case. 4 new journal updates.
That was a bit of a rough and tumble
Achievement
journey.
unlocked. Reaper's Eye.
I suppose I'm the lone survivor.
I'm gonna read those
Which is
achievements
entirely
later.
appropriate, if you ask me.
Just it's quick load. I wanna see if Fane is there. The only one that can walk in a death fog. Yeah, and that can do that. Quite familiar with it. Although look at this shit. Ah. No, this gotta be done like this. I wanna see if I can find him. This fight is quick. We need to go on the ladder here. Time to find Fane.
I thought Voidwoken was supposed to be scary.
I've faced worse.
Let the games begin.
Hurts, doesn't it?
The fight is different now.
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
The petrify deals damage. They keep hitting me. Although I like it so far. Same game as in alpha, only with voice acting. Better optimized, it works better, it's faster, it's smoother. Faster loading screens. Some mini movies, animated cutscenes. But basically it's the same game.
Prepare yourself. No telling whether there might be more. We need to move.
Away.
Now let's see if we can find
They smell even worse dead than
Fane.
alive. Let's head above decks for some air.
Curious about it. Supposed to get up here. I want to find Fane. Let's save and let's see. The dog is still here. Which means the Fane should be here. No, he's not. He is. Good. Come on. I reloaded for you, you shit. Get up.
Please, my time is short. Although you'll...
Motherfucker. Alright. I tried. Level up.
There's no time.
Need a glass of water or anything. Be right back in a minute.
I have
stands for you, child. Rise. Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Oof. First we'll level up.
Well,
check those journals
a bit
too.
of a rough and tumble journey.
The voices.
I suppose I'm the lone survivor.
The escape.
Which is entirely appropriate, if you ask me.
Will you shut up? After surveying the shipwreck, we have arrived at the island known as Ripper Eye, where joy looms ahead. Escape from this place. As I drown